Alright, so let's talk about area and perimeter of triangles. Triangles are three-sided polygons, and the area of a triangle, if you look on your math chart, it says base times height divided by 2. Now, remember, area of a parallelogram was base times height, so why is it that a triangle is base times height divided by 2? So let's look at this triangle right here. Okay, so we have all our measurements, right? Now, if I were to double this triangle and put it next to it, so let's go ahead and double it. So you can see I've doubled my triangle, and what does it form when I put two triangles together? What is this shape? It's a parallelogram, right? And to find the area of this parallelogram, it would be base times height. Now, what is the base and what is the height of this parallelogram? The base is 4, and the height, remember, your slant is never your height. Your height has to go from the top straight down. Your height is 6. So the base is 4, and the height is 6. So the area of this parallelogram is 4 times 6, which equals 24 square meters, right? Now, if the parallelogram is 24 square meters, what do you think the area of this triangle is? Well, you can see the triangle is half of the parallelogram, so then it must be half of 24. So the area of the triangle equals half of 24, and if we want to do half of 24, we would do 24 divided by 2, which equals 12 square meters. Now, if you think about it, that was just the same as this formula. We did base times the height, which gave us the area of a parallelogram, but since a triangle is only half of that, we had to divide it by 2. So that's why this formula works. If you just do base times height, you get the area of a parallelogram. You get double the triangle. So if you want the area of the triangle, you have to divide the base times the height divided by 2. So let's look at another triangle. Let's look at this one here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's find the perimeter real quick. The perimeter of this triangle, if you look at just the triangle, remember the dotted lines are not part of the sides of your shape. If you look at the solid lines of the triangle, it's 8 plus 4 plus 9. We do not add the 6, that is the height, it's dotted, and is not one of the sides of the triangle. So the perimeter of the triangle is 8 plus 4 plus 9, which equals, 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 9 is 21 meters. So that would be our perimeter, and we had said the area of the triangle is 12 square meters. All right, let's look at this one real quick. Okay, so this time let's find the perimeter real quick because we don't have to double the triangle there to find the perimeter. The perimeter, three sides of the triangle, remember the three solid sides, 10, 15, and 12. 8 is not one of the sides of the triangle, that's why it's dotted. So the perimeter is 12 plus 15 plus 10, and that equals 12 plus 15 is 27. 27 plus 10 is 37. 37 meters is the perimeter. Now let's talk about the area. Remember, if we double the triangle, so let's go ahead and double it and put it right next to this other triangle. So if we double the triangle, you can see it forms a parallelogram. I didn't do a very good job here, but it forms a parallelogram. Now, the area of the parallelogram is base times height. The base of the parallelogram is 10. The height, how tall is this parallelogram? It is 8 meters tall. So the area of this parallelogram is 10 times 8, which is 80 square meters. Now you can see the triangle is only half the size of the parallelogram. So if the area of the parallelogram is 80 square meters, you know the triangle must be half of that. So 80 divided by 2 is 40 square meters. So that is the area of the triangle. It is the base times the height, and then you have to divide by 2 because if you just did base times height, you get the area of the parallelogram, but the triangle is only half of that. So now let's do it without doubling. Now if you look at this triangle, the perimeter are the three sides, right? So it's 4 plus 3 plus 5, which gives us a perimeter of 12 feet. Not feet squared because it's not area, it's perimeter. Now the area, without doubling it, you know the area of a triangle is the base times the height divided by 2. Well, here the base is 3, and what is our height? We don't have to draw it in. Here we had to draw in our height, we had to draw in our height because we needed the right angle. Here we have a right angle. The 4 hits the base, which is 3, at a right angle. So the 4 is your height. Height's from the top straight down to the bottom. So the 4 is our height in this case. So the area of this triangle is going to be the base times the height divided by 2. Now remember, we have to divide by 2 because if we just did base times height, it would actually give us the area of a rectangle, right? It would be double. So we got to divide by 2. That would be 12 divided by 2, which is 6 feet squared. Okay, so that's how we find the area of a triangle. Let's do one more, okay, without doubling it. The perimeter are the 3 sides that you add together, which is 5 plus 10 plus 12. Remember, 7 is dotted. It is not one of the sides of your triangle. Your triangle is only 3-sided. So that would be 5 plus 10 plus 12. 5 plus 10 is 15, plus 12 is 27. So the perimeter is 27 centimeters. The area, remember, area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So let's plug in our base and height first. Our base is 5. Our height, how tall is this triangle? Top straight down, it is 7. So then it is 5 times 7 divided by 2. Now this is going to give us a decimal. 5 times 7 is 35. 35 divided by 2 is 17.5 centimeters squared. So the area of this triangle is 17.5 centimeters squared. All right. Now, what if I don't give you the base, I give you the height, and you know the area? How would we figure out the base? Well, plug in what you know into the formula. Remember, the formula is area equals base times height divided by 2. Well, we know the area. The area is 18, right? We know the area. We don't know the base, but we know the height is 9, and 9 times the base divided by 2 has to give us 18. So you have to think 9 times what number, and then divided by 2 would give us 18. Well, first think about what number needs to be on top. What divided by 2 would give us 18? 36 divided by 2 would give us 18. So then this top number has to be 36. Then you think, well, 9 times what equals 36? 9 times 4 equals 36. So the base must equal 4 feet. Now you can always plug it back in and see if it works. If the base was 4 feet, does 9 times 4 divided by 2 give us 18? And it does. So we know that the base is 4 feet. So here you have to kind of work backwards. You know the area is 18. What divided by 2 would give us 18? 36 divided by 2. And then you think 9 times what would give us 36? And that would be 4 feet.